How is everyone doing this morning? I hope your guys' morning is off to a wonderful, fantastic start. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Carrington. Not your first time here, hi, welcome back. If you enjoy any and all things makeup related, definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to be notified of all my future uploads. And let's dive into today's video. Hercules. Alright, so I was just like digging around in my makeup stuff as I sometimes do. Basically what I was doing is I was trying to find some of the other products that I had bought because I do want to do like a one size, like trying on with like all the products that I have. And while I was doing that, I found some like BH stuff that like I haven't tried out, and a like ton of other like affordable products that I still just haven't tried, like at all. So I was like, oh my gosh, let's do a face of affordable makeup. I don't think I have everything for a like full face. Not all of this is a drugstore. We do have some things that I would consider affordable. Definitely like not like high end. Like if you went into Ulta, you've got like the high end side and you've got the affordable side. These are all things you could find on the affordable side. So I was like, let's go ahead, let's create a look, let's see what we can come up with. So if you guys are excited to see what products we're going to be trying, then definitely keep on watching. So first and foremost, what is this? Mrs. Claus, Santa's daughter, is here to slay the lit list. 30 color eyeshadow pan palette. Look at how cute that is. Are these not? Oh, that one is. No, it's not. See, there's that one. Okay, I thought all of these right here in the center were glitters, and literally just this one is. Just the red one is a glitter. Interesting, I didn't know that. Okay. But here's like the whole entire color story. It is very cute. It is very beautiful. And BH, I really find, does have like used to have a really good quality formula. I don't know like how good the quality is now anymore since, you know, they did go under Makeup Revolution's umbrella. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Went underneath Makeup Revolution's umbrella. So we have that to try. We have like the little, like the brushes that came with that. Look at how cute these brushes are. Like those are super cute brushes. Love those. And then we have a ton of other like little goodies. We've got the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Uncensored Mascara. We've got, this is also from the Mrs. Claus list. This is a North Pole Lip Duo. So you've got a liquid lip and you have a, looks like a gloss. Looks like. We've got that. We have this that has been like raved about, the L'Oreal True Nude Match Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. We're going to try out another blush palette from ColourPop. The Nyx Bear With Me Serum thing, whatever. The Maybelline 4-in-1 Perfector. We have Juvia's Place, a brow pen, a brow pencil. We have a L'Oreal Infallible. This is like a powder foundation, but I'm going to use that as a setting powder. We have this blurring balm from Makeup Revolution, setting spray from Makeup Revolution, a Milani like cream blush. We have the e.l.f. Brow Freeze. Okay, it's not called the Brow Freeze, it's like the Brow Lift. I do have some lip liners and I do have some like Essence lip glosses. So I don't know if I want to use that or if I want to use the North Pole one. Kind of depends on what look we create. But we have like so much stuff to try out. I am seriously like the most excited to try all of this out. So if you are also excited to see like what look we come up with, what we think of these products, worth the money, not worth the money, whatever the case may be, then definitely keep on watching. Okay, I have zoomed you in. My eyelids are already primed. I used my Ulta matte eye primer. Literally one of my tried and true holy grail. Seriously, fantastic. Alright, we're going to start off with this shade right here. This is called Not So Nice. Ooh, that's like a lot of kick up in the pan. A lot. My brush is nice and coated, but yikes. Oh, careful when you dust it away. So here's the thing. You dust off your brush and then it just like disappears. I don't know. Okay, so let's just start. Okay. I feel like this is almost very much like my skin tone. Just... okay. No. Okay, maybe I don't want to go in that shade. Okay. Redo. Let's instead start off and let's go into the shade right here, which is called Rosy. Let's take that and see what we get. This one does not have near the amount of kick up that the other shade did, so maybe it'll like last or show up a little bit more. Here we go. Okay, there we go. There. Yeah, this is pigmented. I feel like on camera it doesn't necessarily look like as pigmented as it is in real life. Like, that's pigmented. The other shade, not so much. I think that would be a good like setting shade. That's about all I got. I'm gonna go into the shade next right here. This is called Spiked Cocoa. And this one does have a little bit of that fallout that the first shade that we went into does. But, okay, this one might be a little bit more having to build it. Not as not as like, okay, let's go into Ginger Snap next. So this is definitely not like the worst look ever, but it's just not what I was envisioning in my brain. Like, I feel like my brain cells were envisioning something else. Okay, so let's go in with the shade right here called Blackout. And actually, we'll go into the shade Wino, W-I-N-O. Like, although I tried to make it go a little bit more neutral, I just think that like the pink is just gonna win out. It's just like, that's just how it is. It's just gonna be pink. Will say I like this brush that they have for kind of like packing on the color on like the outer portion, like, because it has like this like shape to it where you just kind of like pack it and it fits perfectly in my crease. Love it. Okay, so now let's try to find a good shimmer. I think I want to go into the shade right here called Pop Bottles. Pop Bottles. Just focus that. Oh. Wow. I mean, I'm impressed. Well, you can't tell me nothing with this shade. And the thing is like, it feels almost like a color pop, like Super Shock. Like, that's what it feels like. And it just feels wet. Like, yeah, it almost just like feels wet, and it just looks so wet on the eyes. Alright, so this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Perfector 4-in-1 Glow Makeup. Primer, concealer, highlighter, BB cream, base, corrector, illuminator. This is in the shade, which I have questions about, Fair. This is in the shade Fair, and I am fair. I feel like this is just a little bit too like yellow, and it doesn't feel like a lot of product. It's really coming out of the sponge. Like, I'm going to like just start working this into the skin. Wow. This does provide a really nice glow. Sinks into the skin nicely. All right. So then we have the Makeup Revolution Super Dewy Blurring Balm. This blurring balm can be used as a mattifying base before makeup application or as a touch-up on top of makeup to blur pores and reduce shine. Okay, this is just what I want to say. Okay, this right here says Super Dewy Blurring Balm. Okay, all right. But then on the back it says can be used as a mattifying base. Like, I'm confused. Usually I don't find mattifying to be dewy, so I don't know. Am I missing something? Doesn't come with anything, so I'm just like working my finger around in it. Like, let's see how well this does. Kind of blur my pores. Alright, so now we're going to go into the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. This is in the lightest shade that you can get. Okay, so it comes in a dropper. Oh, okay, that's one drop. Oh, is that going to be too dark? Too yellow for me? I think I'm going to need another little dropper. Okay, maybe not. Nothing's coming off. So we'll just take the dropper, some product off the actual dropper. This definitely does, I'm not going to lie, feel like oily and like, it feels oily. What am I trying to say? Like a serum. It does feel like a serum. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it does say tinted serum. So literally that's what I'm thinking of. Okay. It's not bad. Okay, so far, not bad. Still looking very, very glowy, very healthy, very dewy. My pores don't look awful either, but I feel like they look kind of the same. I don't notice anything extraordinary. So then we have this NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. And here's the part that's like odd to me. Most concealers come in like a little doe foot. This comes in like a cute little pump. Not for sure, like, I don't know how well this is gonna go. I'm gonna take a little bit under each of the eyes. Is it too much? Maybe, I don't know. Ugh, here's the part where I'm just like, is this too much? I don't know. This is like 1.5 pumps. So it could be too much. Like, okay. Well, it's blending. I mean, it's blending beautifully, effortlessly. Oh. So this is what the rave is about. Wow. Dang, okay. Wow. That is a very, very hydrating. I did put on a little bit too much. I would say like half a pump. Probably good for like my under eyes, but like, it's very just like hydrating, which is nice. Then we have this Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush. Now I've tried their like liquid blushes before. I really do enjoy them. This one is in the shade, however, Nude Flush, just like a nude-ish blush. So I'm just gonna actually focus this, like, just kind of like in the exact center of my face, not even caring if it gets where I would put bronzer, just because like how neutral it is. It's almost, I don't know. It's nice. So far everything's looking pretty okay. So next up we have the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Freshware. This is foundation in a powder. Lasts up to 24 hours is what this claims. I'm not going to try it for 24 hours. Probably not going to try it for very long at all. It's literally like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. show. Yeah. And I'm not going to be staying up late tonight. Well, I say that and then watch me. So it comes in like this little compact, has like this little puff thing. I don't want to use that. But I am going to take a brush. Take like this brush right here. We'll just like get some powder. We're just going to start dabbing it onto our face. Definitely is very, what's the word? Powdery. Because like it has like quite a bit of like kick up. But anyways, let's see. Not bad so far. What is happening? This looks so good. Like this seriously looks so good. Okay. Well, I don't have any like bronzers, but actually we'll do a couple of things and then I'll move on because I do need to put bronzer on. But let's go ahead. I do have this e.l.f. Brow Lift infused with aloe in the shade Clear. I don't know if they have any that's not clear, but this is what it looks like. I'm just going to be real upfront with you guys. Okay. I have never ever used something like this. I need to bend my little spoolie brush a little bit. Okay, so I'm getting some off onto the brush. Am I getting too much maybe? I don't know. Never really done this before. Okay, so I'm just like brushing everything up. Getting everything brushed up. Oh shit. I can like feel how like sticky this is. Like I can feel it. Just kind of fix the brows. Kind of. Okay. Well, this is my first time ever using a product like this. I've never used like the ABH. Nothing like that. Ooh, I think I did pick up like too much because I can still feel that in this, like heavily in the spoolie. Go ahead and rub that out. But like I know that there's something in my brows. Oh man. Okay. I think I'm gonna need to let those set before I go in with anything else brow related. Like I just need to breathe for a second. So I think I am gonna go ahead and do my bronze. So for blush and highlight, we have this cheek palette. This is in Sugar Frosted. You have one highlighter and you have like 3 blushes. I love the Just a Flush quad. It's for light skin tones, fair skin tones. And it has like 2 blushes, a highlight, and a bronzer. This one is just specifically blushes. But I want to go into this shade right here. I think I want to get a little bit of that on the brush. The one thing about like these like little blush brushes that I'm using is they're just like super soft, like the face brushes. I didn't really have a lot of issue with like the like eye brushes, but they're just so soft that it's just like not really picking up product super well compared to like other brushes. I don't think they're bad. I just don't think they're the best either. And then we'll go into that highlight shade. This is like a Super Shock, which I love. Super Shock highlighters. Okay. Right. It just, I don't, does it dry it out? Like, maybe not, but I don't. So here's the thing. With my Just a Flush, I have one of them that's in there. And I guess it's just like maybe that one's just like a little bit more sparkly. This one isn't quite as sparkly. So the other one definitely looks like a little bit more blinding. This looks a little bit more lit from within. Not that I hate that. I was just like expecting it to be a little bit more like the ones that I had, but it's fine. Okay, so then we have this Makeup Revolution Calming Makeup Fixing Spray with Cannabis Stevia. So we're going to use this to set the face. So it's prime. There we go. Okay. It has a very earthy and alcohol-like scent to it. Definitely not like my favorite, I would say. So now we have these like brow products from Juvia's Place. We have the Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Pencil. And this is in the shade Medium Brown. See if I can get it to come out. And then we all, oh, does that have a spoolie on the end? Yep, it has a spoolie on one end. You have your brow pencil on the other. And then we also have a brow pen. But I'm first going to take the brow pencil and just start to kind of fill in my brow hairs. Maybe. I don't. Good gravy. I feel like. Okay, you know what? I don't know if the pencil is going to work. Let's see what we can do with the brow pen. With this, just because my brows still are very much like, very like dewy. Okay, well, okay, all right. Okay, well, these brows are very, do you see how orange that is? Very warm. Wow. Well, I thought we were like off to like this really good start with like the makeup and everything, because like the base looks great, and then like we just like kept moving on and it just like was not it at all. Okay, I'm actually not even going to do the lower lash line, but here are 2 coats with that mascara. It's alright. It's okay. Alright, so the options for lips is this little liquid lip. Are these both liquid lips? I feel like one's a liquid lip and one is a gloss. Sometimes they're both. Right, because this is the, yep, there's a lip gloss and a liquid lip. I guess let's just go in with this. So we have the Sleigh Liquid Lip. Okay. Huh, I thought it was going to yell at our pink. And it is. Like, no, maybe it doesn't. Maybe. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of a rough try on. Okay, next of all, this liquid lipstick is like already starting to like set down. It feels like very moussey like when you're putting it on the lips, but let me tell you, it is starting to dry down and it is very uncomfortable. I don't like the way this feels. Very sticky and just very heavy. So now we have the Dashing lip gloss. Yeah, my lips just feel very uncomfortable, even with like the gloss on top. So, okay, here's the final look. And boy, was this a journey. This was a journey. This was a whole journey. So we tried a lot of things. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to like rank the products that like I loved, like from like the ones I don't really recommend up to the ones that I think are bottom of the pack is going to this e.l.f. Brow Lift. This is just not a product that's for me. It's just like very just like goopy and gumped up in there, and I have like feathered it through, and like my brows just look absolutely atrocious. This is just, maybe it's something I need to play around with. Maybe I just don't know how to use this. Maybe it's something I need to like, you know, get my brows set up first and then do like the rest of the face and then fill it in. I don't know. I'm not really sure how best to use this for me. But definitely just, it's not love. Coming in next are these BH liquid lipsticks and this lip gloss. These were so painful. I had to take them off. Like, this is just so uncomfortable. Like, I cannot recommend these. I don't even know if you can get these anymore. I heard you can get these at TJ Maxx. I don't care if you can get these for $1. Don't you do it. It is so painful. Like, my lips should not have to feel heavy and like the life is being like sucked out of them. Like I'm turning into a mummy. I should not have that. That should not be the case. Okay, this is not an episode of Buffy. All right, it's just not. This was painful. I did not like this. Would not recommend those either. Next up, I think this is, I feel like maybe I'm just not being able to give it a fair chance because of this. But then also like this shade match, it's just like way off. Like look how orange that is compared to my brows. These are way too warm. And again, I just feel like there's not really a lot for like those of us with like darker hair that's not warm. Like I need to be a medium brown that has like a medium like cool undertone. Not like taupe or a light brown, like a legit medium brown that is not warm, not neutral, but it's cool. And I just feel like I can't ever really find that for my brows. So that's just one thing that I hate. Next up is this CoverGirl, the Exhibitionist Uncensored. It's an okay mascara, but even after like a couple of coats, like my lashes aren't looking all that great. Not looking good at all. Alright, next up for this blurring balm from Makeup Revolution. I don't necessarily think that it's like awful, but I don't love it. I don't really feel like it did a lot for my pores, and I feel like in the areas where I did put it, like my makeup's just not setting the greatest. So, you know, definitely not a love for me. Also from Makeup Revolution is this Calming Makeup Fixing Spray. I think it's like okay. I don't think it's anything revolutionary, but it's like the scent. The scent legit smells like alcohol. And I'm just like, I don't want my setting spray to smell like I just doused myself in whiskey. Like I can do that perfectly fine myself. I don't need help doing that with this. So yeah, it's just like a no for me. So no. Next up is this Milani Cheek Kiss. I think this is a very beautiful type shade. I did use this, you know, kind of all over. I could definitely see myself using it if I was like doing like a full face of just like some really nice cream product, because it does leave your skin really nice and dewy. It does provide a nice flush of color. This wasn't a bad color at all. This is again in Nude Flesh. This is what it kind of comes out looking like, and then it just kind of like shears out beautifully, but it's really nice and like dewy. And I think it's definitely something that like I'm really into whenever I'm wanting like a nice cream look. I just want my skin to look really dewy and healthy, and I think that'll help me achieve it. And it's a really nice color. Nothing to complain about there. Then we have this quad. Again, I am very impressed. I do like the blushes. I think like this is like a great, if you are a neutral, very light flush, don't want a lot of blush on the cheeks, I think this is going to be a great quad for you. Again, it has like this Super Shock highlighter. This Super Shock highlighter, this is like after like layering up like 2 or 3 times. This is definitely a very like lit from within type glow. If you are looking for a palette that really has like these neutral type tones, because you're not really into like, you know, really poppy blushes, you really just want something, you know, light on the face, and then you want like a very lit from within nice highlighter, I think this is going to be a great quad for you. For me, I really do like the blushes and I don't mind the highlighter. I do think that like for me personally, I probably would only use like maybe these two shades. Like these two shades, I don't really feel like I would get a whole lot of use out of like this whole quad, or is it definitely one that I'm going to be reaching into a whole lot. The Just a Flush one is a little bit more like bam in your face. However, it's also a little bit more glittery. This one I don't really find to be super glittery, like at all. like my face just like it has like no glitter specks to it at all. I don't really notice that it really overly emphasizes my texture. It's a highlight, so it does emphasize my texture, but it doesn't feel like it's overly. So this, if you are one of those like nude, natural kind of girls, gals, guys, friends, you are also going to love this. You're going to love this quad. I do love it. I love the formula. I love everything about it. But again, I'm into more like punchy type things. Okay, so next up are the brushes. I do feel like they're really nice and soft. I like the eye brushes. The face brushes are just very, very soft. It's just not as like densely packed. So I feel like whenever I'm stippling, like the brush just frays everywhere and it's just not like evenly distributing the product versus if it had a little bit more like denseness to it. But I do like the eye brushes. I think they're really good. And one thing that I really love is this that I use for the outer corner. Like the way that it's just like you can just like literally just tap this right on in. Like it just perfectly sets there in the outer corner to tap in some product, especially for like my hooded eyes. Love that. So although it's like I like half the brushes, I don't like half the brushes. It's not like the worst, but you know, not the best. I definitely got, you know, was able to make it work. The next up is going to be this Maybelline 4-in-1 Perfector Glow Makeup. This does give yourself like a really beautiful glow. The only thing is like this is for like fair skin. It was just definitely like very, very yellow. I wouldn't say that I would necessarily market this as being fair. Next of all, I don't really like this type of applicator. I just think it's gross. And I don't really feel like I'm able, like, am I getting the most out of the product? Am I, you know, pumping up too much product now? Like, that's just one thing I don't really like about it, whereas like a doe foot, it's, you know, I would rather have a doe foot, like that's gross too, but I feel like I can more get the product on a lot better and I'm not like wasting any product or potentially not getting enough product or whatever. I feel like it's more an even distribution, but it would have been even better if it was just like in a pump. I think that would have been great. And I will say it does provide a beautiful, beautiful glow. Like my skin is still glowy after putting that on, so I really do love that. Next up is going to be this L'Oreal True Match Nude. I would have ranked this a lot higher. I do think it's like very beautiful. It definitely is a serum. The only issue I'm having is it is slightly a little bit dark, and this is the lightest shade. This is for very light. It's for 0.5 to 2, and I feel like that might be a little bit too much of a shade, like a wide range for as much coverage as it gives. If this was like very light coverage and you barely notice it, maybe 0.5 to 2 would be a good range, but this does provide some really decent coverage. So for me, I needed something lighter, like a 0.0. And this just doesn't provide that. So for me, it's just, this is kind of like a, I really do like it and I would wear it. Like it's not one of those like I wouldn't wear it, but I do definitely have to be making sure I'm dragging it down the neck and everything else like that. But like my skin, it doesn't look bad. I have texture. Everybody has texture. Okay. I'm not going to use filters to cover up texture because texture is just real. But it's not bad. Not bad. Next up is going to be this palette, the Mrs. Claus The Lit List. I really do like this. There are some shades in here that just like really just like didn't show up or perform how I would want them to. And then you have this right here, which is a glitter. But like this pop bottle shade that's all over the lid, absolutely stunning. Like these shades right here. I mean, look at that. Honestly, like, am I going to ruin this? Probably. Are we going to do it anyways? Yep. We're going there. I mean, you see that? Like this palette is just, it's just stunning. It just is. And the fact is, like, I got this like pretty cheap. I want to say it was like 30 bucks. Maybe cheaper than that. Well, actually I didn't buy it. I got it for Christmas, but I also looked at their receipt just like in case I need to return anything. But anyway, so this is like 30 shadows in it. It comes for like 30 bucks. And like they're really good quality. Like they're not bad at all. Like ho, 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 bitches. Like that's just, I'm ready to slay. I'm ready to slay. We're either slaying or we're slaying. There is no in between. And with this, we're doing both. Hop in, bitches. We're going slaying. You know? Yeah. That's where I'm going with this. But I do think like some of the mattes have a little bit to be desired, but I don't really have any issues with any of like the shimmers. Like the shimmers are just like so nice and soft and beautiful. It's just the mattes. But it's a good palette, especially for the price point that it was. this right here, the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Freshware. I love this. Okay, this was really good. It literally sat my face beautifully. Didn't make my face look overly like cakey or dry or anything like that. Like, I feel like now that I've sprayed my face, it looks a little bit more cakey, or now it's like sat. But like before then, it looked really good. Like, I'm not mad about that powder. Then the number one thing, and here's the part that like is blowing me to smithereens, like blowing me away. And I'm telling you, like, this is literally blowing me away. The concealer, I can't find it anymore. No idea where I did, what I did with it, where it went. No idea. But that is my number one. OMG, that is such a good concealer. For a drugstore concealer, for it being as hydrating as it is underneath the eyes, it gave really good coverage, and it provides fantastic, fantastic luminosity underneath the skin. Seriously, I love it. Covered up my dark circles without me having to color correct or anything like that. That is a good concealer. Like, that is a good concealer. Okay? I don't want to keep repeating myself, but that is a good concealer. I think I look like a freaking watermelon. Well, I guess I could always take that off. But like, I just worked so hard on this. I don't know. I'm not really loving this whole look, honestly. I will say there are some products that I love, some products that I did not necessarily love. I will definitely do, you know, updated videos. I do my favorites and fails, and I do monthly roundups. So, yeah. Okay. That is it for today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed, because this was a dumpster fire of a video. Like, it just kept going downhill. But that is it for today's video. Hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Comment down below. What do you think of this video? What do you think of these products? Does it look good? Does it not? Would you pick any of this up? Would you not? Need to know all that down below. I'll see y'all in my next one.